Started just on your thoughts of the 90 minutes.
Yeah, good afternoon to members of the media. I thought, first let me actually congratulate Mamelodi Sundowns on the victory. I thought, well earned. It's not an easy team to beat, and also almost back to back, because of we just played them a couple of days ago, and they went something like 25, 26 games unbeaten, and there's a reason for that, So congratulations to our team for an excellent effort. I thought tactically we also got it spot on today. We started the game without any centre backs really, because we knew we had to protect the dead zones on the sides more for Titus. Surprised a bit that Jaden Adams started a bit more on the left on the side, but normally you'd have to protect that area for Titus and Aura, and then of course if not that, then you've got Reina's running into that space, and I thought Zuko and Mudiba did very, very well. We asked Mudiba to play a completely different role today, which he did well, and then the inverting of the two centre-backs with both Obas and Rivaldo, but also Obas' speed helps us a little bit with that possibility. But controlled the game throughout. I thought, of course, one or two opportunities for Stellies on the transition, because they play for that and they've got the players with speed to run behind. But we dealt with that very, very well today, and I'm very proud of the boys and proud of the effort of these players and proud of their mentality. It's not easy to keep winning and keep winning and keep winning and winning even when the league is wrapped up, and it's an incredible effort, and they need a lot of praise and to be commended for that.
Thank you very much, Coach. We'll take questions from the floor. Start here.
Coach.
Gans.
You speak now about that. Eight matches ago, you spoke about how you're not happy with how the team is playing, and now you just spoke about how difficult coming here is. But you had a very good performance. New record points, 72 points in the DSTV Premiership in the PSL era. What does this mean to you personally, to put the jersey in a better place than you found it, as you always say?
Maybe I will steal one of Jürgen Klopp's quotes when he said it doesn't really matter what people think of you when you arrive. What matters is what people think of you when you leave. And I think maybe that's how I feel about the records points. Maybe that's the reflection that will take place the day I leave Mamelodi Sundowns, which is still a very, very long way. So I don't think it's something I've already thought about really at the moment, and it hasn't sunk into my brain. But it's a huge compliment to this special group of players. It's something that's not easy to do, and it will be difficult to outdo even in the future.
Coach, how would you rate today's game in terms of difficulty? Was it one of your more difficult league matches this season, talking DSTV Premiership? And if not, which was your most difficult league game this season, your toughest opponent?
It's a good question, actually.
I always ask, sir.
I think it would depend, because I think every DSTV Premiership game has different components to it, and in a way, there are games that are a little bit more tactical, and they present to you a little bit more tactical challenges. And then, of course, there are games. Stellies is definitely a game where, from a physical output perspective, you're going to have to suffer a lot, because they fight for every ball. They cover distances. They're very fast on the transitions, and a well-coached side and a team that plays really according to its strengths. And I don't say you know in the media how highly I speak of Coach Stevie Barker and the work that he's doing with this team. So I would say that it probably does rank amongst one of the most difficult games. But I think from a tactical perspective, maybe not really the most difficult, because you know what you will be presented with. But there's a lot of other games, especially in the Champions League, where we get used to playing chess a little bit and we move players into certain positions to work on certain things. I'd have to think about it, actually, to be honest. I'm not so sure if I have a right answer for you right now.
Coach, you are at the helm of a team that's unbeaten, which, Ken's just spoke of the points haul as well. It doesn't get better than that. But I'm saying that it's been a DSTV Premiership season that has the highs and lows.
Sure.
For me, the low being the much publicized brawl with the other guy. For you, what's been the highest and lowest moments of the season?
I'm going to reflect on that at the end of the season. I don't know. And definitely my low is not with the brawl with the other guy. Those things for me. I told you about fruitless trees. There's no shade there.
Senior Temba.
Coach, first of all, congratulations on the win.
Thank you, sir.
Just now, all I wanted to find out, you going to the last game unbeaten in the league, having last lost the league match back in September 2022, if I'm not mistaken. Now you on the track of being invincible, which will be the first time a coach doing it in a DSTV Premiership. How much is important? The importance of the last game?
No, all the games are very important. The next game is the most important game of our lives, and we have to be ready. We have to get to Joburg now. Good rest, good sleep. Try to prepare and watch the last few games, and try to prepare ourselves tactically for the next game. It's going to be a tough game, of course.
Hi, Coach.
Hi.
I was going to ask you about the next game.
Yes.
But I saw Thembinkosi was limping off the field. So
Sure.
can we just chat about his performance and if he's going to play in the game? And then also maybe just some insight on that starting six for the next game.
On the starting?
The starting team for the next Bank Cup final, if you can.
I must give you a starting lineup now.
Indication of who, based on today's performance.
Well, I don't know. I wish I had that power. I would contact God and ask him now already to start telling me who I should play in the final so that I can prepare them.
Okay.
So I really don't know. On Thembinkosi Lodge, I thought he played well. He can. There's still more to be patient. I'm asking for patience on these players. Be patient on them. Just be a little bit patient. There's huge adaptation processes that need to take place, and it includes even Lodge, Tash, Esquivel, Lesibanku. Just a bit more patience, even with the kid Mabena, just be patient. There's so much coaching that needs to still be done, and the coaching process is complicated because for some of them there's still a bit of detraining that has to happen, where we've got to get rid of certain habits based on style of play, culture, environment where they come from, and then try to teach and build some of the cultures and automatisms that we would like to see in how we want to play.
Okay.
Coach, congratulations, Coach.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, just two questions, Coach. I think the first one is the team looked further as if it's outstanding today. Yeah, and you spoke about the mentality of the player. How do you really prepare them to look fresher as if they just started? I mean, you've got 2 games to go.
Yeah.
And then the second question would be, just to exclude yourself, who would be the the coach of the season for you, if you were to choose, just to exclude yourself? Those two questions.
The coach of the season would be me. That's what I think. I think the coach of the season must be the coach that wins the league. But I can't not give lots of compliments to the work that Stevie Barker has done. He deserves incredible plaudits for the work he has done at Stellenbosch. And many of my other colleagues. I mean, there's been some very good work that's being done. Jose Riviera Pirates has done some very good work. But without sounding arrogant, the coach of the season, in my opinion, would be, yeah, for sure. And I have no doubts about it. The other question was?
The mentality.
Mentality. No, it's because of the players. I think the players have been fantastic. I've got a special group of players here, and everything you see, the game of football belongs to the football players, and all the praise and everything needs to go to them. They are an amazing group of human beings.
My question, Coach, sorry, is a follow-up to that of Luli. Maybe you could have, or maybe let me not say he could, I should phrase it differently. How do you keep them grounded, these players? Because sometimes I've noticed the guy will score a brace and he'll be on the bench. So how do you keep them grounded and don't have prima donnas?
I treat everybody different. There's a certain way I treat Sipho Mbule, there's a certain way I treat Tembazwane. I treat them all fairly, but I treat them different. And one of the other things is, of course, is I force them to walk barefooted a lot. We do a lot of barefooted walking on the training as recovery, and just to...
Barefooted answers grounded.
Yeah. No. It's scientifically, it's been proven that if you walk barefooted, it actually helps with earthing and getting some form of energetic connection with the ground and the earth, because we are all molecules of energy, and we get that recharge, that sense of grounding, by connecting directly to the soul, especially when the soil is rich. It's extremely beneficial. It's something that I do also a lot myself, and that's something I do with the team a lot.
Coach,
yes, sir.
Facing a team that has CAF ambitions,
yeah.
Obviously, it will be the first season. Any advice as a fellow coach or guidance for Stellenbosch as a team?
No, Coach Stevie Barker has coached for 500 more years than I have. I would be the last person to ever give him advice.
From your experiences in CAF, what is any guidance that you would give a fellow South African team?
I don't know. Just give it your best. It's difficult, of course, and I think he knows that. And he's very experienced. I honestly don't think that Stevie and the rest of his technical team need advice from me, to be honest. I think I'm the last person to ever give that.
Right, we'll come back to Sandile and then take the last two after that, please.
Coach, you have the anonymous Dennis as well as September. When you look at Dennis and his age,
yeah.
In the same vein, the complexion of your team, a team that pretty much dominates the PSL. I mean, you always speak of the big ambition that is to conquer the continent. Looking at their age and where they are in their careers, are you still confident they are players that you are going to take with into the African safari? Or perhaps
next season?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. They're very important players. They've got big roles. Dennis and Tambazwana are very, very important to this team. Very important, and even for the future. Next season they're part of our plans, and they predominantly feature in our plans. Yes.
Will Sundowns be signing Jaden Adams?
Will.
Will Sundowns be signing Jaden Adams?
It's a difficult question. Will. And at the moment, the answer is no.
No, you can't sign him now, but when the transfer window opens before the beginning of next season.
Well, I haven't submitted a report. That's the starting point. I have to summarize the performances of the squad. I've then got to give a detailed report to the senior management and to the sporting director with also some directives as to where we need to strengthen. And it will be very difficult to answer your question with a definite yes or no without having concluded my technical report with the technical team.
So Sundowns transfer policy is dependent on your report. I'm sure you have already sat down and thought about signings for the next season.
Yeah, I've thought about it, but I haven't put it into paper and submitted it.
It's a very political answer, so none of us believe it all.
Well, the way we work at the club is very different. It's the coach has to go through the season. We've got a sporting director now who then deals with the transfers and the dealings. But of course, those are based on the recommendations from the coach and the technical team. So that's how the process works, and so that's why I can't give you a definite answer at the moment.
On that note, we say thank you very much for your time, Coach.
Thank you very much.